Hello. How's everybody doing? Hello, Mike. How are you doing? Have we all had a good week? What's this? There's something new in the chat. What's that? Fan funding. Hello, sir. How are you doing? So as we just wait for the list to populate, camera's fallen. Smack. Hello. How are you doing? So I've just got a few things to go over to discuss, and then you guys can actually update me as well, because I know you guys are following a lot of the paranormal dramas and news, what is going on all over YouTube. Good evening, Rachel. How are you? So at the minute, we've got two moderators in. We've got Mike and Rachel. Kind of used a Wednesday this time on a live to catch up with you guys and for you guys to let me know what you know, what's been going on, and anything else you want to throw in there. So, feel free. It's a free forum. I'm all right, thanks, Rachel. Yeah, I just got out the bath. Good evening, Jack. How are you doing? Jack, by the way, sent me a video of one of the new PSP 7 Pros he's got. So I might actually put that up for you, Jack. Lemonade tonight, it's not gin. You forget Wednesday's my once a week bath night. No, every other night's a shower night, but I reserve a Wednesday for a bath because, I work that hard. I've got to sit in that muscle relaxing kind of heat in the bath. What time is it? It's 8:30 p.m. or 8:32. Whereabouts are you, Smack? Where's everybody from? Give us an idea. So I know there's a few of us from East Yorkshire in here. Mike is in Kent. There's a guy called Mythos Paranormal who has done a spectacular debunk on Cody and Satori. Worth checking it out. You know what? I may have seen something about that. I didn't have a lot of time to catch up and watch everybody's updates. I've managed to grab a few to talk about. South Carolina, USA. Excellent. I bet you're having some really good weather there, aren't you? It's always nice in that part of the world. Excellent, Jack. I'm glad you're okay. So I don't normally do a list, but I actually have tonight because if I don't, we kind of just go off on a tangent talking about anything, even food, which is a popular topic. Odd Pulp, hello, how are you? So just smash that like button as you're coming in. That'll kind of get the algorithm going and let everybody else know that we're going live. It gives them a chance to have their say on what we're going to discuss. Hello, Angie. I suppose since Mike mentioned Mythos Paranormal and the Cody and Satori, I think pretty much every debunking channel and most investigators have actually looked at the Cody and Satori videos and debunked that in their own way, and we're all pretty much coming out with the same thing anyway. You've probably all seen the one I did. It was only a quick one. It's a quick review. I just watched it, and as I was watching it, I was just saying what I thought. Pretty much all of us think it was the toe clicking. There's a few people. I've been talking to Jeff who don't think is on tonight. He's one of the directors in the Warren Foundation. He thinks it's something else. He's going to do a video on that, hopefully. Um, he's asked us to take part in some debunking videos with them as well, which will be cool. So the one, I think what Cody and Satori have done has pretty much ruined their little thing what they had going at the Conjuring property. And it was strange as well, maybe a couple of weeks after that, they had that fire in the barn. Um, I think there was claiming it was electrical fault, some old wiring and that possibly could have been. But yeah, yeah. Hello, Matt. You did a great debunk. I'm going to have a look at that now. Did I write it down? Because if not, you know what my memory's like. I suppose it's pretty much did he confirm pretty much what everybody else had said? Um, I've got a couple of lists here. Mythos Paranormal. That actually did pop up on the search when I was just doing a bit of research this evening. But obviously I didn't have time to watch it because I was watching the Side-Eye guys interview, which I'm sure most of you have watched it as well because I know you follow the Side-Eye guy. It's sunny and cold there, is it? Smack. Sorry, yeah, I just read that. South Carolina is sunny and cold. Is it over an hour long? Oh, I need to find a spare hour. I don't get much time. What's spare, to be honest? May just kind of flick through it. It's made a compilation showing Cody's tendons moving in slow motion over and over again. It's exactly what I said. You could see it at the back of his leg, kind of his calf muscle. He really had to look, but it was there. Then, of course, Jack Mathers, who is on the live chat now, he sent a video over of him doing that because he can do that with his toes. Kept his socks on for us all, so he didn't make us sick. But same exact noise. With a bit of practice and all the years practice Cody has had, he could have done that without hardly moving. But I spotted that, and it's in the video that I did, which is on this channel somewhere down there somewhere. Who's all this coming in? Good afternoon, Brian. Where are you if it's the afternoon? I know, Smack. They need to find a new parlor trick. That's all it was. Thing is, people were believing that. And I mean, I don't mean to disrespect the younger generation, but a lot of it was the younger generation. Hot as hell in summer. I bet it is. Never actually been, but it'd be cool to visit there. SR Spookfest. Hello. How are you doing? I've got a shout out list here. I'm just making notes for people's names. Odd Pulp. Scotland is freezing here. All fine. We just put on bigger jackets. Have you got snow there in Scotland? Hope everyone is good. SR Spookfest. Yeah. Sunny and 35 degrees in your neck of the woods. Wow. John Wolf. Sorry, I didn't want to promote other channels on your streams. No, it's okay. We'll give him a shout out. They missed the name of that Terry person that died in the park. John Wolfe. Is that the name of the channel as well, John Wolfe? Taking notes as I'm going along. New England. Hello, Badger. How are you? Who's near Lancaster Castle? Hello, Kate. How are you doing? The last video of Mythos just puts the last nail to the coffin. Yeah, I'm all right, Badger, thanks. I'm being off today and I'm also off tomorrow. I took time off work. It's Mason, my son, my youngest son. It's his kind of Christmas. It's not a play as such. They're doing like presentation at school. So I'm going to go and watch him in the morning. Matt's in Bedford. We always miss the bad weather. 50 miles north of London, and we miss most of the storms and snow. Right. There's lots of haunted places around you, Matt. Yeah, we're good, Kate. Thanks. Everyone in PSI is good. We're always in communication with each other. We have like a Facebook Messenger group just for the PSI team and the moderators, what we keep everybody up to date with. We gave Mike, the newest moderator, a surprise live video call last Friday when we'd had a few drinks. Been there, done that with the little Badger Cubs. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, I've done it with my other two kids. My other two kids, well, one's left school, one's close to leaving, and I've got Mason, my youngest lad, who's 7. New England consists of 6 states of the northeast coast in the US. Cool. Have Cody and Satori admitted it yet? Have they come clean? I knew that they'd got Satori's dad. What's his face from Taps? I can't remember his name. But why? Why would they get Jason? That's it. Jason Hawes, is it? Why would they get Jason to do a video? And he's kind of saying to everybody, go easy. But people take the paranormal seriously. If they're faking, people will come down hard on them. But he's not exactly got a clean record, has he? Taps have been known to be caught faking as well. Hello, Babsy. How are you? I heard what had happened, Babs. Am I all right to mention it, or don't you want me to? Badger's kids are all grown up, both adults. One of mine's. I should know this. He's 20. My eldest lad. With what? You know what? With what happened to you today, Babs? It's a lot nicer in Wales. Cody and Satori had taken a prolonged break, apparently. Mike, yeah. I did have a look at their channel. I noticed that they'd removed every video apart from one. And I went over to Jason Hawes when this had all started kicking off, and he put up like a video statement asking everybody to stop picking on his daughter, which is fair enough. But if they're faking, that is going to annoy a lot of people. It may come out one day. They may just admit it. Everybody knows it was faked. What more can I say? It's just that if we was to visit the Conjuring house, right, in America, we would ask them to leave if they run the events there. Look, get out. We've paid good money to come and investigate this location. Get out. Angie is from Old England, Great Britain. Exactly. So are we. Your dad would have said you're on your own. Right, yeah, okay. Um, yeah, I mean, some of the things some people were saying about his daughter wasn't very nice, and I understand why he would defend his daughter. But again, she knows what was going on. She knew Cody was faking. Taps was a shite show, and the nut doesn't fall far from the tree, it looks. Brian. Yeah, they were cut out quite a few times. I should get kind of a short video together, shouldn't I? Top 5 taps fakery video, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, can do. All right, so Babs has given me permission to say what had happened to her today. Listen to this. So Babsy66 is another one of our moderators. She'd gone and visited, I believe it was a cemetery or graveyard. Was there a church there? It's only part of the conversation I picked up while he was on the phone, Babs. Can't help it with Tina. You know what she's like. She's loud on the phone. And Babs was over a spot in the cemetery on the footpath what was slippery. And she had said, was it to your lad, to your son, go careful, it's slippery here. And with that, Babs went flying, landed on her ass and her back, injured a leg, a backside. So we all wish you the best, Babs. I hope you get better soon and, you're not too battered and bruised. Get some ice on it. Odd Pulp had snow for 2 days. Now it's all cold rain. The weather was for spooky videos. It's even all day until night. Yeah. It's like that here. Odd Pulp. We had the snow and that, but it's crap. It's typical British weather. Sorry, guys. My daughter Kate has joined the chat and thinks she's being funny saying hello to me. No. Hello, Kate, Angie's daughter. What's that, Mike? Beto was saying the Conjuring House has now made it so expensive for content creators that only the big channels can afford to investigate there now. It's crazy money, like thousands of dollars a night. That is expensive, but these bigger channels, such as Sam and Colby, the Terrible Twins, whatever they're called, they've got such a big following with a younger audience. They're going to get a lot of money off their videos because of the adverts, as you know. So they probably can afford it. It's just a shame they're letting cowboys like that go and do a ghost hunt when they should have paranormal investigators there investigating with the proper equipment and not faking anything or being disrespectful to anybody. You didn't like taps because at the end of each show they'd say, "Let's get out of here." I think that's rude. Yeah, is that the one? Did they have like things presented on a laptop, or was that Ghost Adventures? Am I thinking about the wrong thing? Didn't really like taps. And no worries, it's a family-friendly chat. They conjured up a way to make money. Yeah, faking videos. That's how they did it, Badger. Yeah, take care, Babsy. You will feel it tomorrow. Hello, Amanda. How are you doing? Spitfire the Dragon, TV Love and Positive Light. Good evening. Matt's asking, Kate, what's the gossip with your mum? A lot of larger channels are getting banned from places here in the US for being disrespectful and damaging property. Exactly. Spitfire, that kind of brings us on to the next thing. What are we going to talk about? Because I do always get sidetracked. Sam and Colby, right, at the Bel Air house. I mean, you've all seen the video what the side-eye guy released, what was involving the CCTV footage. And for those of you that don't know what that means, it's the security footage. But apparently, the owner, which is Kristen Lee, said it wasn't CCTV footage. It was the footage from like live streams. They have live webcam to do it like old school, where they've just got a live camera in. Did you see that video where the side-eye guy actually released that footage? Now he has released another one where he is interviewing Kristen, which is the owner of the Bel Air house. Have you all seen that one? If not, you should go over there and have a look at the side-eye guy's channel and say PSI sent me. No gossip, I'm afraid. Angie? It'd be good to go to the Conjuring house, Kate. You've begged your mum for you to go. Right. To be honest, I don't think it's very active now. What I've heard of all these teams and investigators, there's the odd bang or EVP captured. Whatever was there, if anything at all, whatever was there, probably went with the family when they left. It's always the case. It was the case with the Enfield poltergeist and also East Drive as well. That should tell you something. I'm not saying it was faked. I'm saying that energy is centered around a family or one specific person. And whatever kind of energy they are manifested in that house at the time. Yeah, Mike, it was the friend Seth, the other guy that was with them, who made a really derogatory comment about the homeowner. I mean, we're all adults here. I think he said something like, she needs to blow us or something like that, was it? Am I doing any more live streams out and about, Badger? We will be, but not just yet. It's freezing. You know, if we try and get any footage, digital stills or video footage, it's going to be lots of mists and orbs. And you know what we think about those type of things? Because it's damp out there, it's freezing. Unless we get an indoor location. But yeah, we have got some plans for next year, which isn't that long away, is it? We're in December now. You really dislike Seth for what he said. It was insulting. I've never heard of him before that video. I didn't have a clue who he was. Smack says, yes, 2 great videos. Spitfire saying, Paranormal Search took down a lot of his lives for being sexist, racist, and homophobic comments to people in his chat, who's also on the banned list. That's disgusting. He shouldn't have a channel on YouTube. Do I like your PSP 7, Jack? I've never used one myself, one of the new ones, the Pro. But yeah, I mean, you have to do some videos where you're using it. A real dry throat. Someone called me the vibe of a wannabe boy band, but with ghosts and demons. Or the absence of the last two. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like I say, it's the younger generation, isn't it? They seem to like them, even though it's been proved that they're faked quite a lot. Brian is saying Seth looks like a Walmart Marilyn Manson. Seth pretty much said that, but the fact he was caught on camera is even worse. Yeah. Some rock and rye. What's that? Rock and rye. Seth works with Josh and sometimes exploring with fighters. All right, okay. Hello, Sab the Seeker. Commercials are popping up. Just skip them if you can. I've got all the footage to the Annabelle Project #6. I've got it on my computer. I still haven't put it together. That needs putting together. I think I'm going to attempt to do that tomorrow. Excuse me. You caught a great orb on your Huawei P20 Pro with a flash on. Unfortunately, I saw the dust particle with my eyes. It happened. Yeah, Matt, we don't use any type of orb photograph or video as paranormal evidence. There's too many things that could be creating that. Angie is saying he's a girly-haired twat. Is that Seth? I take it. Right, whiskey. Okay, I'm not a whiskey drinker. You would think so, coming from a Scottish family. Peppermint candy and whiskey. I don't have any whiskey. Will port do or gin? Commercials are good for the channel. George, good evening. How are you? Seth said everything is under the bridge, like it's water under the bridge, like Paranormal Searches and apology videos for his remarks towards others. Once you say those things, you can't take it back. Spitfire. Yeah, that was another thing. This video, what Sad Eye Guy has done, interviewing Kristen Lee, the owner of the Bel Air house, he asked her the question, is it water under the bridge? Is it all finished with? And her response was, it is not water under the bridge. She certainly doesn't like Seth. He is banned from everywhere in the Bel Air town, apparently. That's her words. Go check out Sad Eye Guy's video with the interview with her. Have I got your phone number, Badger? Did you email me it? Which email did you send it to? When did you send that? I need to check it out, don't I? I'll check it out, Badger. Yeah. Take care, Badger. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Don't work too hard. I try not to. You saw Seth with Josh. He gave you a bad vibe straight out of the bat. Kristen came across very well, intelligent, well spoken, and pissed. Yeah, I agree. She was. You could tell she was angry with that. Well, with them doing what they did. They are saying, oh, she was saying she still doesn't know who leaked the footage to the Sad Eye Guy, but she's pretty much glad they did. It's out in the open now, so it's showing them in their true colours. You know, as soon as they're not on camera, as it shows you on the Sad Eye Guy's video, they're not interested. They even say, you know, they don't believe in anything. They don't believe it's haunted or anything. Good night, Badger. Should have a look. Should come to Wales and have a look at our abandoned places. You'd defo join. Okay, yeah, that's near Bedo's end, isn't it? That's Bedo's neck of the woods. Wales. I know Wales is a big place. Don't know how far it is to drive from where we are, though. But it sounds cool. Sounds good. Kids these days have no concept of accountability. Certainly don't. Seth looks like he hangs around convenience store asking for change. He does look a bit rough, but there's lots of good people that do look rough. But he's not really a good person. Good night, Angie. I don't know. I'm just repeating what everybody else said. I don't know why everybody's saying it. 20-mile-an-hour limits in Wales. Why is that? Have you got a lot of snow? Josh sounds like he wants to learn, but he's hanging around with the wrong people. Right. I have got a throat spray somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. So I got one of these the other day. I don't know how good they are. You can see that on the camera. One of these things, and it burns like shit when you put it in your throat. Josh seems like a nice guy. Who's Josh? Who is he? I think another thing that we should raise as well, if you was here on Sunday, you saw us doing the PSI method experiment with the headphones and the eye mask with the strobe and white noise and things. We had a troll on this channel, and we're 95% sure we know who this troll was, who had several hundred accounts. Every time they was getting blocked, they was coming back with another one. And we're not going to mention any names, but we believe it was one of our ex-moderators, because we just got rid of them. Exploring with Josh. All right, okay. See, I don't know that because I think I've said before, I try not to watch too many of other people's things. You're a big fan of Beardo. Yeah, Beardo's a friend of ours. Is cool. So we had this troll, and Mike was dealing with the troll because we were doing an experiment, and Mike did really well, to be honest. And there was Tina, and I think this troll was having a go at Tina because they know Tina's my partner, and I don't want to say the name, but it was one of our old moderators. That's what we 95% believe. Hello, Bumfluff. And a lot of the debunking channels have been getting a lot of these trolls just recently as well. We think it could be the same one. It's the same person doing all of them, because one of our ex-moderators tried to get as a moderator on other channels and they didn't let them on. He did quit. So we haven't had any tonight, which is a wonder. We was expecting them. I think that's why we've got quite a lot of mods in tonight. You've never heard of Bumfluff Paranormal? Smack. Tit, maybe. You had to ban a former mod of yours, Spitfire, and he keeps coming back and trolling you. Yeah, we've got the same thing. This moderator was muting people for no reason. One specific person. There's one specific person. I've just skipped that. I just saw that pop up, that advert. Because this moderator, I think, do you remember Carlitos? That was in the chat on Sunday. They kept blocking him. And I actually saw what Carlitos had put. He hadn't put anything wrong, but it's from a certain part of the world. And it was kind of a bit of like racism going on, if you like. And I won't accept that in anything to do with PSI. So we just got rid. And now we're getting stick for it. No, Bumfluff's been here for years. Hasn't been trolling. You got trolled for 10 years. You're talking about Wales having 20-mile-an-hour restrictions on most of the roads. That's what they meant by 20 mile an hour. Yeah, what is the restrictions for? Why is there restrictions? Have they got roadworks up everywhere? It's should do this off the camera. Winter storms, is that what it is? It's bad in Stoke. Oh no, they just wanted to slow everyone down. Is that because everybody drives like maniacs in Wales? Like race car drivers? I don't know if does anybody here follow Ghosts of Britain? They drive mad in Stoke as well. Is anybody here fans of Ghosts of Britain, or do they watch Ghosts of Britain? Hello, Shandy. How are you doing? You have people driving so fast in winter storms here in the States and get themselves into wrecks. Yeah, that's what happens here as well. Did I debunk the hell out of Ghosts of Britain? I think I did one video of theirs where they had all the equipment together and it was kind of interfering with each other, and they was claiming it was a ghost. You stop watching them. We don't watch them at all. They place empty patrol cars around here to slow people down. I suppose that's a good idea, but if they know they're empty, they're not going to slow down. I'm good, thanks, Shandy. He was hoping Beto would check them out. I do keep an eye on Ghosts of Britain. They're one of these other big channels that, for some reason, they get thousands of people following them and subscribing to them. And when we watch the videos, I'm like, why? They're full of shite. They're using. They try and get the newest gadget, what's on the market, which hasn't been proven to work for paranormal activity or detect paranormal activity. And use a lot of phone apps, which is just a load of bollocks, really. It's but they've got a big following. And this is why I'm asking, because I had a look at one of their videos and they was using this new gadget, the latest craze, what had come out, and it was called the Dead Bell. Did you see that video, what I put up today, called the Dead Bell? And I actually contacted Happy Droid Development because I'd seen he'd got one in and he was doing a repair on one. And he'd done quite a few videos. And I asked him if I could use his video in a video to show and prove, you know, what faults it's got, why it can't be used on investigations. Ghosts of Britain were using the dead bell and claiming it was a ghost communicating with them. Thought, I've got to debunk it. So if you haven't watched the video and you get a chance today, just look on our channel. It's called the Dead Bell Review. Oh, smacks. You slow down till you see it's empty. Invest time in bothering people because you lost the spot. Huh? You saw it, smack. They still put cameras in the empty police cars. You know what I'm saying about apps and cat balls, but they do add interest to videos. Yeah, right, Shandy. I know what you're saying, but it's not paranormal. It is not paranormal. You'll find that more and more debunkers and investigators are calling these gadgets out and testing them and proving that they can't be used. I would rather sit there all night on an investigation and nothing happen than watch 3 or 4 cat balls flashing. What a waste of a night. That's how I say. You'll notice Tony and I, when we go to a location, we go filming, we walk round. The camera isn't pointing at the floor looking at cat balls or REM pods. It's filming the location. Been watching Paranormal Chambers. They seem legit, but the woman talks to spirits like they're infants. A bit annoying. All right, Angie, that's a bit disrespectful as well. Dr. Spook, good evening. You've been busy today, Shandy. I do agree. Very little is paranormal. You watched the Dead Bell video. I didn't know what it was, though. I get the point of the circuit creating interference to set it off, but a bit silly. I actually like the concept of it, but I've got to say it how it is. When set the bottom off, when Apidroid development takes the bottom off and he shows us the circuits, straight away, I said that circuit isn't protected. It's not shielded from itself. So I'm just saying, Ghosts of Britain, they have to have the latest gadgets, but you can't claim something as paranormal just because a gadget is reacting to something. That's what it's designed to do. It's designed to go off. It will go off. It can set itself off, Shandy, yeah, and that's what the video shows you. You got 3 commercials all in one go. Wow. I don't know what's going on with these commercials tonight. Can't you skip them? I don't know how I change the settings while I'm on this. Well, I cut the live off. Bit like you, not in a rude way though. When am I gonna be doing my next investigation? Because Tony and I are both members of the Warren Foundation for Paranormal Research in America, if a case come over here in the UK, we would probably be involved with that investigation because they don't have many UK investigators. In fact, there's only Tony and I that are the investigators. The other guys are like spirit workers, artists, historians, and there has been a couple of cases coming up. So we're just keeping our ear to the ground at the minute. But if we do that investigation, we will not be able to show it on here, which is a shame. Got a couple planned for next year as well, and we've got a new project what will be running alongside the Annabelle project, but we can't say what it is yet. All the mods know what it is. Jaya is just dropping in to leave a like and to say hello. Hello, Jaya. Okay, Mike is saying you should be able to skip the adverts after 5 seconds. Shit. That was interesting, the Dead Bell review. Yeah, it was. I couldn't get hold of one myself, and I didn't want to pay £158 to buy one to do the review because I thought it was a waste of money. However, like I said, Happy Droid Development, I saw that he had one and he was doing a repair on one. He doesn't make them, he was just repairing it. So I asked him if I could use his video, and he was happy for me to do that. So, Dr. Spook, you know some great locations. Whereabouts are you? Are you near us anywhere? Are you in the UK? Cool, good luck with it. So many gadgets are terrible. You know, a lot of things like the cat balls, they're not designed for searching for ghosts. They're designed for a cat to play with them. We've tested them. They do just go off randomly. A lot of things what set them off, and we have got 2 videos down our page if you want to watch that. There's a lot of people from Wales on here, Kate. You should meet up and do an investigation. Carmarthenshire. Where the hell's that? Where is that, Dr. Spook? Hello, Junip. Wales. I knew it had to be Wales. Yeah, we need to get up to Wales to do an investigation. Depends on who uses the apps the right way and not like the large channels do it. The smaller channels ignore most of the words from the Necro. Kind of debunk the Necro app. Is it the Necromonicon you're talking about? There's a few different ones. See, all these apps have word banks which can be added to. When you put an app on your phone, you've got to give it permission to use your phone. So you're giving it permission to read your text messages and your phone book and everything else. So it comes out with words what only you know. I would phone apps, up to you, but it wouldn't be recognised in the paranormal field as paranormal evidence. YouTube, is it getting aggressive with the ads? It's a pain in the ass, isn't it? Parple just destroyed the Necro, right? Yeah, I haven't seen any on Parple for a while. I think I did a video a while back on the Ghost Tube app, with the stick figures. It's check it out. Your animals are looking at you like you're nuts because you're walking around the house swearing like a sailor. You got some words that came up that is not in the word banks, like Native American words. Have you been searching that on your phone, or is it in your text messages? I know you're going to say no because you use it, but has Parple got a sore throat as well? paid for premium. Can't stand adverts. Enjoy, guys. Catch you on Sunday. Yeah, Jay, thank you for coming. We'll see you on Sunday. So I need to do a shout out or a couple of shout outs. Boo Productions Paranormal. Hello. Was doing a few shout outs while my throat is still holding out. Go over to Boo Productions Paranormal and subscribe. Cool channel, and that is Jeff, one of our friends. Also, go check out Reach Beyond the Paranormal or Reach Beyond Paranormal. SR Spookfest as well. Go check SR Spookfest out. Go subscribe to these guys, please. They're only smaller channels, but they're very good at investigating. Go check out Boo Productions Paranormal, SR Spookfest, and Reach Beyond Paranormal. Tell them that we sent you. Catch you later, Dr. Spook. Boo Productions Paranormal saying 10 is 55 subs to 60. So Jeff, I will put something on our community page tomorrow. I'll link you up. I'll just make a note of it because I will forget. So has anybody else heard anything else? What is going on in the paranormal communities? Any more dramas? Any more news? Any more investigations we need to hear about? I think Purple is doing an interview with a creator of Necrophonics, from what you understand. Well, from a creator's point of view, I suppose that's good. Is it a free app or do you pay? I don't know. So on the Warren Files tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, Cindy Kaza will be on there on an interview. So go check out the Warren Files as well, which is on YouTube. Is that right, Jeff? You are, aren't you, on YouTube with the Warren Files? And that's as you're checking out Boo Productions Paranormal. Necro's $10. I won't pay it. Thanks for coming, Kate. We'll see you again soon. Cindy Kaza is a legit psychic. You've followed her work for years. Cool. So yeah, they're both on YouTube. Jeff, I don't know if you saw that latest video what I put up with the dead bell. Kind of giving it a review, but It was a nice debunk, I thought. It wasn't anything nasty. It's one of the newest things what's on the market for everybody to buy. You're on your planning stage to your first investigation collabing with Ozarks Paranormal in Crescent Hotel Spa in Arkansas. All right, that sounds cool. I'd like to see that if you put it on YouTube. Shandy paid £10 for it a few years back. Cindy Kaza took over for the show Dead Files for Amy Allen. Right. You started to watch episode 11, so you jumped over here. Cool. So if anybody's on Instagram, Kate would be happy to follow you. Just put your links up there. Go for it. Share it with everybody. We used to put quite a lot on Instagram, but we started then using TikTok. Tony looks after the TikTok channel. And we've got quite a big following on TikTok, to be fair. Yeah, we need to interview Mike about an update on the hospital video that we put up a while back. You think most psychics are not what they claim, but then there are some that you can't deny have some type of abilities. You know, PSI are an evidence-based team. You know, we look for logic where we can. And we use what science we can at the time, what is available to us using the equipment. I think there's a lot of fakes out there. Suddenly there was a boom of psychic mediums overnight, but I do think there's people out there with certain gifts, and there isn't as many as what they make out. The reason you can't take apps like GhostTube Series is because your Xbox Connect always registered a lamp we had. Well, I was going around with it on the phone. I was kind of debunking it, and it was picking up patterns in the wallpaper and mapping them out as a stick figure. And it mapped my parrot out as well as a stick figure. It was just any shape, really. You can't use these type of apps as evidence, I'm afraid. And I know some people use them on here. If you want to use them and, you know, it makes your night a better investigation, use it, but you can't submit that as evidence. So self-catch channel, I'm so sorry for your loss. If a psychic told me things that I knew, they had no way of knowing, would I? Well, Brian, a lot of people don't know this about me, although some on this channel do. I come from a spiritual background. I was part of the spiritualist church before I was in the Church of England. Member of the SNU, the Spiritualist National Union in the UK. And I was in a lot of development classes, psychic development classes, trance mediumship, psychometry, map dowsing, you name it, I was in it and I did it. And I can do it. But in PSI, because of the nature of our team, we're evidence-based. I was involved in missing persons cases. I've met very few people that were similar to me who I thought had some sort of ability. In fact, maybe two in my lifetime, and I'm 50. Boo Productions is working on an experiment and a video about the Spirit Talker app. Nice one, Jeff. I'm glad you're looking into that. I'm looking forward to seeing that video. I missed something Spitfire said. I'm just going up. I can't find it. You're planning to do your first investigation collaborating, or is that paranormal? Yeah, so Brian, sorry, I'm just reading all the others. To answer that, Brian, I would say I believe this. I would still question it, and I did question it when somebody told me something what they couldn't have possibly known. Um, that's just the skeptical part of me. But being able to do that myself as well, I question myself. And you think, well, how does that work if you're in an evidence-based group? It works, but we don't use it because we can't back that up with evidence. It's it's useful when we're in a location and you kind of get that warning to get out. You know what I mean? You know that you can't investigate there because the energy is different. Then we get out. That's one way we do use it. And you won't see it on many of our films on YouTube, but Tony and I will use this together, but we don't show it. You didn't know that, Brian? No, no, no. I don't tell many people, apart from you lot watching. Shandy, you want to ask a question about Jesus? If I can answer it, yeah, cool. Go for it. Some people with disabilities who do not have majority of one of their senses, they pick up extra senses. Spitfire, yeah, I think I agree with that. By losing one sense, it's going to heighten the other senses, what they've got left, and possibly even a sixth sense. Yeah, I took Jack in the later years when I used to go. He went with me a few times. Oh, Spitfire, sorry, I'm just reading that. I'm sorry, of what happened. Condolences. It can't be easy for anybody who loses a parent. Understandable if the evidence isn't tangible. It's not for PSI. We like to provide evidence with what we're doing. If we can get that evidence, that's great. We can't always get that evidence. If we can't get that evidence, we will either not show it or just present what we've got and let you guys make your own mind up. Time is a healer. You heard recent that there was many Jesus and it was more title for a prophet. What do I think? Back in the day, um, I say it as if I was there. I wasn't there, obviously. Um, there was quite a few people called Jesus. Jesus's name was meant to have been at the time, was it Emmanuel? But he was named Jesus, obviously. Um, some people think Jesus was more of a prophet. Some people think he was the son of God. What do I think? That's going deep in it. I don't want to bore you with religion. But being part of the church, Jesus is part of my life. I don't go around preaching or anything to anybody. I've had things happen in my life that I can't explain that would probably come under the supernatural. When I've asked for evidence from God, I've received it. So, yeah, my faith is strong. I think that the Jesus that the Bible mentions was around. According to Brian Cox, there are no spirits as if they were. Sounds large hadron collider would have stumbled across one. How would the large hadron collider stumbled across a spirit? I mean, I'm not saying Brian Cox is wrong because we can't prove it. If he can prove it that they don't exist, that's great. But he can't back that claim up, can he? We're not here to prove that ghosts are real. We're here just to document it and present the evidence. So we're not trying to prove that ghosts exist. We're not saying they do or they don't. We're just trying to document. Since I'm kind of deaf in my right ear, I was watching a live stream of an investigation. A name popped into my head and I typed the name in the chat. All right, cool. You don't agree. You don't agree what? Odd pulp. You don't agree with Brian Cox? I can't prove to you that ghosts exist or they don't, can I? I don't think anybody's been able to do that. There's been some good evidence from people that they've captured on camera or sound. Jesus is a big prophet in Islam, which is quite interesting. You don't what Brian Cox said. Just because he's a clever twat doesn't mean he's right, does it? It's his opinion. And like I said, he's got no evidence to back his claim up. Consider yourselves lucky because I didn't grow up in a religious family, because when I was older, I had the choice to choose my faith instead of having it shoved down my throat. Brian, I was exactly the same. It took me years to find that faith, and now it's there. It's pretty much indestructible. People can say what they want to me about religion. I won't get into a massive argument about it because it does cause arguments. But that's how it should be. You should be left to decide what you want to do. I struggle to believe the Bible stories actually happened, but are more lessons. Yeah. I mean, they are lessons, but New Testament, especially, the words what Christ is meant to have said, which was documented in the Synoptic Gospels. If you look at it, the more allegories, and you've got to work out what they mean. Once you can figure out that every passage what Christ said, and you can figure out what it really means, you're there with it. I don't think you need to believe to be a Christian. I'm kind of struggling with what you mean there, Shan. You need to believe to be a Christian. You see, I was brought up as a Christian. Still am a Christian. I mean, a Christian is just a follower of Christ, a follower of Christ's teachings. Obviously, Jesus wasn't a Christian. He was a Jew. A Christian is just somebody who follows Christ and the life of Christ. Darren Brown was alive 2,000 years ago. He'd have texts written about him. Yeah, I mean Darren Brown, sorry. He's one clever bloke. No, I mean there's all types of different religions that have a belief in a god. You don't have to be a Christian to believe in God. And personally, I don't believe God is a little man with a grey beard with cherubs sat around him playing harps, sat on a cloud. I don't think that at all. Now that you have it, it's rock strong. Excellent, Brian. Mature people discussing religion. Fanatics argue. Yeah, everybody's got a different opinion. The thing what I'm saying tonight is my opinion. You've all got your opinions. It's probably different to mine, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's my opinion is for me. Your opinions are for you. You love Darren Brown. He helped you pick your dog. Islam is a branch of ancient Hebrew, like Jewish, Christian, Mormons' beliefs. You know what gets me? I mean, I've been watching a few things on TV as well, as you do. The way people do things in the name of God, and they cut people's heads off, or they go killing families and things like that in the name of their religion and their belief in God. And that's wrong. Why would a God want to do that? I don't think God would appreciate taking life. When you read the article, it was a nup. To relapse Catholic, I just mean that you don't need to believe in God and stuff to fly to live. No, exactly. Tina, my partner, she's not religious at all. She'd even call herself an atheist. But that said, she gets involved with the church I'm with. She does a lot of what would be classed as Christian things. She's generally a good person, except when she's a pain in the ass. But she'll still tell you she's not religious. And I'm saying you're more Christian than what you understand. But it's just being good. It's just being a good person. I mean, if you're a good person, you're good to everybody else. That's all what matters, isn't it? And if people are shit to you, don't have them in your life. It's more likely God is a supercomputer somewhere, 1,000 years in the future, for all we know. Who knows? Well, I kind of think God is more of a universal energy, and when we die, the energy leaves our body and goes back into the universe. That's one way of looking at it. That's how I look at it. People were stoned to death in the Bible. Yeah, there was, and they were crucified by the Romans. Cowards use the God excuse to do things in the name of God they shouldn't do. More commercials, damn it. Wreaking Havoc, hello, how are you doing? He was binging Paranormal Torch. It's a community thing too. I can appreciate that's from my mum's life. All right. You're loving this conversation, so you'll have to rewatch it. There's been a lot of conversation. It's got onto religion now. I don't know how that happened. Was it me that said something and then? Well, that's what it's here for. That's what the community's for. It's for people to share their experiences. You've lived experiences that have shown you there's more in this world, and there is major grace, which we're all part of. Yeah, yeah. The Salem witch trials based on religious greed and control of power. Yeah, I kind of agree with some of that. Yeah. So in the UK, there's witch trials. What were famous? Give an example. Like you've probably heard of the Pendle witch trials. Um, when the church, Henry VIII, kind of converted all over to the Church of England, and you still had people that were living off the land, worshipping like the land, if you like. Um, Kind of made it law that they had to go to church. And if they didn't turn up for church, they were captured, punished, and accused of being witches, and then kind of hung or hanged and burned at the stake sometimes, or even squashed or drowned. And that was all in the name of religion and also to get their land. Well, that's a different story. That's a different chat, in it. Rome may have fallen, but the Roman bloodlines are still alive and well and still in the feces of government society. Yeah, yeah. Jack keeps repeating himself. Today's magic will be tomorrow's science. You think spiritual is more important than following organized religion? Too much bad stuff does it in the name of God. Yeah, we said that, wreaking havoc. Like I said, I am Christian and I do follow religion, but I do it in my own way, and I'm very spiritual with it. Magicians do the knocking sounds themselves for entertainment. Is Cody and Satori magicians? I'm waiting for the video for them guys to admit the toe clicking. That'll be really, really cool to see them admit that. Wow, look at the time. Anyway, it's been cool catching up and chatting with you guys. Don't people for their beliefs and expect them to do so. No, I don't put people down. People can believe what they want to believe. If it makes them happy, that's up to them, isn't it? My little lad today come home and he told me there's they've got this young kid in his class and he's a Muslim. Um, and he pretty much, because he knows Mason, my young lad, he's only 7, he goes to church with me and he helps out at the church. Um, he said to him, pretty much, your religion's crap. It's just a load of rubbish. And my lad come home and he's real upset about that. And he's telling me Jesus wasn't real. It's all a load of rubbish. So I said to him, don't believe him. He's from a different culture, different background. He's a different religion. And then I said to him, if he says it again to you, shouldn't have said this really, should I? Tell him, well, if you don't believe in Jesus, you're going to hell. He said, right, I'm gonna get a phone call from school tomorrow. I shouldn't have said that, but they upset him. Used to believe in an afterlife, but now I'm kind of on the fence. Angie, most paranormal activity that we've experienced over the last 18 and a half years with PSI, and long before that, I've found that people create paranormal activity. It's their own energy. And we've found as well, fear has a big thing to play in paranormal activity. Things happen when people are scared. I'm not saying they imagine it, but I'm saying they create energy. And this energy manifests as something. It's got to go somewhere. Um, but it's natural for people to get scared when they're by themselves in a haunted location. So something generally happens. And we put this down to poltergeist activity as well. So I've missed it. What's that? You wonder if Cody came from a family who does magic tricks or carnival tricks? I don't know. They'll never admit it because they're ignorant to viewers. Yeah, they're knocking while they peel bananas with their feet. Yeah. I'd like them to sit. I'd like it where we was there, PSI, investigating the Conjuring property, and they had the shoes and socks off, and we had a locked off camera on their feet. Have you seen the science of sound shapes? Are born by them. I think we are made of God's music and notes, frequencies. Odd pulp. I've actually got a frequency generator we use on location. We did it at the haunted hotel, my haunted hotel. I can't remember what megahertz it was now. I did write it down. And we believe everything has a vibration. If you can match that vibration, um, things can happen, and it does. But with music, I think if you research, is it called the God Note or something like very similar like that? It's why we feel a lot more calmer and a lot better when we listen to certain music. I mean, music really does have the power to heal, depending on what you're listening to. I won't go into it. Do your own research. You stopped believing when you heard that you need ultimate faith. I didn't have that, and I was edging my bets. That wasn't good enough then. That's all I had, believing, in case there was. But I struggled with faith, Shandy, as well. It took me absolutely years. I already had the faith. That was the thing. I thought my faith wasn't where it should have been. But the struggle was with myself, and even that little bit of faith is all you need. They talk about the mustard seed in the Bible, don't they? Won't go into that either, but check it out. Just Google it. You'll see what I mean. Good night, Jack. Wouldn't that be manifesting poltergeist activity? We can have a. Yeah, I'm trying to think what I was saying now. People create their own energy. Manifesting, yeah. Poltergeist activity is just, well, it means kind of noisy ghost, doesn't it? That's what it's about. And all the investigations we've done, private investigations, they all had one thing in common. Everybody was arguing. There was creating that energy. Even when somebody would ring me up and say, I've got poltergeist in my house, I go down to, why, what's happening? My young daughter's getting scratched on her chest. She's 14, going through puberty. Her mind and her hormones are all over the place. She's changing, and she's creating this energy. We documented it as best as we could. And over time, it gradually fades. That's our experience with poltergeist activity and people manifesting that energy. Not religious, to be honest, but I remember Sunday school. I think it taught me to be following Christian values from church anymore. Matt, I'm exactly the same. I didn't go to Sunday school though, but I looked for it. I looked for that faith and I got it. If you can follow those teachings as best as you can, then you're a good person. I'm sure you're a good person anyway. Yeah, that situation with my son was hard. If I get a call, I'm prepared for it. I know what to say to him. Shandy saying maybe I need to work on myself more in different areas. Maybe possible return later in life. And that far, but I thought that would happen with wine too. Shandy, right? What you need to do, ask. I mean, I'm sure you've heard the saying, ask and you shall receive. I don't mean ask for £1 million. It's not going to happen. Just ask for a sign. Ask for that bit of evidence, what you will recognize that, that is there in your life. And I'm sure you'll get it. Hello, Lisa. How are you doing? We just going. Is it the note of God? I knew it was something like that. There's a video of a young kid on, I don't know if it was Britain's Got Talent, and he was singing what they call the God Note. And when you listen to it, it kind of brought tears to your eyes. The vibration to his voice is only a really young choir boy. I think he was in the choir, and they called it. He was singing the divine note, the note of God. If you can find that video, you'll see what I mean. Just watch it. It has that vibration to it. Shandy has now become a member for the 5th month running. Happy Christmas to you as well, Shandy. Thank you very much. I'm sure we will speak to you all before Christmas as well. And I've still got another video. I've still got the Halloween video to go up. In fact, I'm going to do a video because I've got a vibration plate, what I have at the side of the bed, and I have it running on a night. Can't hear it, but it's meant to be a healing vibration. I'll do a small video on that. Well done, Shandy. Thank you so much. Anyway, I'm going. I think Tony's on a live over on TikTok now. He's doing probably tarot reading or what's in the box, where you use your sixth sense to figure out what is in the box. Go check him out. It's PSI Paranormal on TikTok. And there's a few there. We are the one with 24,000 followers, something like that, or 25. I don't think God's a genie that grants wishes, but I believe he guides us to make our own wishes come true. You know, asking you shall receive. I mean, that's what they say, innit? You know, you're not going to get a brand new Ferrari if you pray for a Ferrari. You're not going to get a new house if you pray for a house. But God may put that something in your life what will give you an opportunity to get a house or to buy a new Ferrari. You know, it's not a genie. You're right. Good night, Angie. Shandy, yeah, just believe in yourself. We are all here. You know, we're all friends. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining me tonight. I know this kind of went off track again. It always does. But that's what the community is for. Do appreciate it. We'll see you again live on the YouTube channel on Sunday. Hopefully the Annabelle project will be uploaded tomorrow if I can get it finished. Good night, Matt. Good night, Lisa. Good night, Mike. Thanks, Mike, and all the moderators that have helped tonight. Good night, Angie and Kate and Odd Pulp and Lisa. Have I missed anybody? Rewatching Wreaking Havoc. Thanks for joining us. We do appreciate it. Yeah, it's all interesting. It's all interesting chat. I'll see you again real soon, guys. Take care.